We knew it was real when we walked into the Pack Fleet briefing room to stand in the same spot as Pack Fleet commanders past and present, as Project Agrippa ran across the red LED board outside the room. Assembled before us were over 20 people from across Pack Fleets N4, N5, N8, and N9, all awaiting our brief. But how did we get here?
Do you think the teaching team knows what we're doing?
Now we're getting outside the building. This is going to be the most awesome thing I've ever done at Stanford.
Are you filming or what?
We are Project Agrippa, a new type of H4D group that looks to apply the lean launchpad methodology to develop novel concepts, in our case, for the U.S. Navy. We started with a broad problem statement about the future of naval warfare in the Indo-Pacific, and over the course of over 200 interviews, narrowed our focus to logistics to support the U.S. Marine Corps' Expeditionary Advanced Base concept. Our team did the research and thought we had a good idea. We realized deployment needed more than Zoom call feedback. Our operational concepts needed direct stakeholder buy-in, and that meant we needed a novel idea to get out of the building. Here's how it all began.
Hi, my name is Jack Carney, and I am a student at Stanford University through Stanford's Hacking for Defense course, working on a project sponsored by the Office of Naval Research.
100 cold calls later, over several weeks, with intros from our mentors, previous interviewees, and contacts from Jack's calls, our team arranged 10 different outbriefs with groups from Indo-PACOM, Pac Fleet, MARFORPAC, DLA, NSWC, and others. We simultaneously developed a separate final outbrief covering the results of our research and proposes ERIS, our novel operational concept to create a resilient, decentralized resupply network within the weapons engagement zone. In perhaps the single most memorable week of our Stanford experiences, we did a whirlwind tour of San Diego and Hawaii.
We were leaving the Pac Fleet briefing. One participant came up to us and began to explain how he was so impressed with our deck that he had pulled several slides directly and would be presenting them in a classified brief to the Pentagon first thing the following week. At that moment, it hit me that our project was having real impact and had transformed into far more than any normal school project.
My favorite moment of the trip was when I asked the Defense Logistics Agency Indo-Pacific commander if he had a few more minutes to chat, and he responded, "I came to work today exclusively for this brief. I have as much time as we need."
We've been up for calls in Japan at dawn and taking calls from the Philippines that went well past midnight. This team's been all over the clock in the world with this project, and to see it all come together in Hawaii and San Diego for final briefs, that was truly spectacular. Our trip ended with a private tour of Pearl Harbor, courtesy of the Navy. It was sobering to visit the site of America's last great power competition, and better appreciate the risks of what can happen when America is unprepared for a fight with a peer competitor.